So I thought it was about time I did another video on hay, my PB. Now the objective of this video is to suss out what exactly is wrong with the engine, because it's got a nasty knock on it which is worrying. So I'm going to investigate that, and if that works out well, then that leaves me to carry on with other jobs. This is what happened. So it's Sunday morning and it is glorious. As it's such a lovely day and I've got a lot to do today, I thought I'd share it with you. So this is my Sunday. I've got this stove bolt and I've also got this stove bolt. These I want to bring out into the centre, because in a couple of weeks me and Mr. Brackett are going to fire them up. And what I'm thinking about doing this afternoon is bringing a wing over. I've got some aeroplane wings over there, and I don't see them enough because they're on the back of the fence. Also because I've got the stove bolt engines here, I'm going to be wheeling Lafrog over because that's where that stove bolt is. Now Lafrog is a 1924 Citroen B10 frame, which I've been gagging to do for ages. What a palaver. So this fella's easy to move. I found out this is indeed a 235 and that's a 216. Well, you tell, the bolt holes are in a different place for the rocker. And also, the tappet chest cover goes all the way up to the plugs on the 216 as well. This gearbox will go straight back on it. And so will most of the other nonsense. It definitely needs some paint stripper, doesn't it? What is it with blue engines? The straight six and that was blue. It'll be blue for much longer. So I've got these airplane wings hanging on my fence. They were supposed to be the front fence of my house, but they've ended up over here. But I'm going to move one over by the garage to give me a bit of a backdrop. Reinforcements have arrived. Alright lads? My next job is got to wheel that over. Cool, thanks a lot lads. Ah, the froggy's back in town. Look at him, I forgot about him. Apparently these axles ain't worth a light, so might use some of it. I'm going to run it chain drive. That's 145 horse through chains, would be wild. Now the reason I brought this over is because this is going to be the next race car project with this engine. So I'm going to get him running, put all the bits off of this one on it, get it running and get it sat in there. Then I'll get some wheel nuts on it and get some tyres on it. It's wheelable, it's got its own trolley. It's nice and thick, this stuff. Yeah. Monday. It's kind of overcast today, but it's a bit cooler, which is fine by me today. First job I'm going to do this morning. This Triumph Straight 6 engine's got a bit of a rattle going on. It's been put to me by quite a few people that the flex bolts could be loose, and with the Triumph they've usually got a hole in the engine back plate, but it appears that this is a manual engine, so it hasn't got the hole. But what has been suggested, and what I thought as well, was to take the starter off and come in that way, so that's what I'm going to do. So best case scenario is the torque converter bolts are loose, which is making it rattle. But if it's not that, it could be a cracked flex plate, so that's what I'm going to be checking first. Now if it's not that, what I intend to do is take the gearbox right out and take the torque converter off and then start it without any of that on, and we'll see exactly what it does. I've got the bolts out, and I don't know if you can see in there, I certainly can't. It's right inside, virtually impossible to get at. You can see why they put the hole in there. I think I'm going to jump a step and just take this gearbox out. I think it's going to have to come out anyway, so we can see properly then. I can't do things through little holes like that. There's no room. You can't get out. Got the prop off. Took the gearbox mount off, and now I'm going to separate them. I just jacked him up and he popped off anyway. Oh, look at that. Fell off. Pretty tight on there though. Not rattling. There's the problem, there's the problem. Sass is over.
Hello.
And what I'm going to get her to do is look at the crank and see how much it moves. Right, you ready?
Are you doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, nothing's moving.
No, it's here then. Engine's not coming out. It's moving miles. No wonder it's rattling. Yeah! Yes, I'm so happy about that. I had the feeling it was going to be. I am. I didn't want to take the engine out again.
No, don't blame you. Yeah.
I had faith in old Kiwi Pete. Well, there you go. The engine's not coming out, fortunately.
Hallelujah.
You're going to make me a lovely cup of tea now, love.
To celebrate.
It's a good day today.
Yeah, today is a good day.
What are we doing, man? Underclass at fucking nearly 60. Now, it was really awkward trying to get in behind there, so I'm coming in from the top. Mick's here. How you doing, Mick? Bloody handy Mick arrived. This has been a bit of a two-man job holding it, and it's how they've got the bolts done up. I'm being quite abusive with this flex plate because very good feeling that it's going to be replaced. Here it comes. I'm going to pass it up to you, Mick. Alright, let's take this off. Ooh. No cracks in it. No, no cracks in it at all. So why was it moving? You saw it moving like that, didn't you? I put the starter motor back on, and it really needs a flywheel on there, but for the purposes of hearing this, if it's going to rattle or not, which it's not going to rattle. Mick said about this spigot in here. Now, I don't know much about this. Apparently this bearing's supposed to rotate. And let's go and wash your hands and get a cup of tea. I'm excited, Mick. He's going to run well. Now, if this indeed does run and run clean, which I think it's going to, then it's all full steam ahead. Right, just an earth to put on. What we're looking for here is this to run with no rattles. And if it does, I'm going to be a happy chappy.
We're all going to cheer.
No, I really want this engine to work because the idea of ragging around in a straight 6 comma sounds fantastic to me. Especially being an auto, it'd be lazy, wouldn't it? Right then, kids. Mick's holding on to it. I'm coming inside.
Hello, Mick.
Right, that's a choke. I'll give it a bit. I don't know if it wants to choke or not. I don't know. Right, is everyone ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, baby! Yeah, baby! Fucking have it! What up, Pete?
We love
Kiwi Pete! Fucking yes!
He did it, Mr. A.
Thanks to everyone who left us a comment saying this might be torque converter related, because I never thought it would be, did you? What they've done, and this is what we're assuming, this is a manual spigot, and it should have an automatic one on there, shouldn't it?
Should have a brass one on it. I don't think that's anything to do with Triumph.
And
I don't think so. No. It's seized on there.
yeah, it's going to be, we're going to heat it up later and pull him off. If you watched the last video, you might remember me talking to Mick about driving his electric car. Well, this is his electric car. It's a Beamer. It's not the sort of car I usually really look at, but there's a really odd array of shapes going on, isn't there? They run out of ideas, don't they?
Like a concept car.
Yeah. And how many horsepower is this?
170.
170?
Yeah.
Let's go inside, look. Look at that. There's no gear stick or anything in. Smells nice. Is this brand new, Mick?
No, 9 years old.
9 years old? But I'm going to give you my honest reaction to what it is to drive.
You can drive away with the handbrake on and it would self-release.
Will it?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Or you can turn it off there.
Well, look, here's my gearbox up here. It's an automatic. I'm going to put my seatbelt on. Right, here we go then. There's no noise. Holy. There's a go-kart. That's what it feels like initially. You know, the fun fair.
Dodge 'em.
Oh yeah, dodge 'em. It does feel like a dodge 'em.
Whoa. I'm listening for the engine. I think I've stalled it, Mick. Where should we go? Let's get. Can I go up the main road?
Yeah, of course you can.
I just want to give it a bit of. Oh my fucking word! I remember I'm in an automatic, and the throttle's not in the middle. Whoa! It really goes when you open the second choke, doesn't it? I've got to say, this is. Oh, as you take your foot off the throttle, it kind of slows itself down, doesn't it? Is that the self-regeneration? Is it?
That's it, yeah.
Oh, you got your permission to give it a bit of gas off here.
You can do.
You ready? Whoa! It's just endless, isn't it?
Is it going to convert you?
I tell you what, I wouldn't mind putting an electric motor in an old car. It'd be a fun, wouldn't it? 'Cause, you know, an old thing like the shrew, because you wouldn't need a massive horsepower, would you? I could see why people would drive an electric car, because you don't even have to touch the brakes and it slows you down more than engine braking, which is useful, isn't it? You can just work between the throttle and that regenerative.
1 foot driving, they call it.
1 foot driving, yeah. It feels like it though, doesn't it? Look, yeah, I can control this coming down here by using the regenerative. Regenerative. Hello, ladies. They're not looking at us
It doesn't
today.
get the same admiration as the Leaf though, does it?
No, it doesn't at all. They just think, look, this electric car owned.
Yeah.
But we got to try the hill climb, haven't we? They won't know we're coming up the hill climb, so.
Yeah.
I would say this is designed as a commuter car though, isn't
It
it?
is, yeah. But you don't get the range anxiety because you've got the petrol engine, so you can
Exactly.
go down a motorway. And
Range anxiety, I've never heard of that before. Is that a new electric car term?
that is the main problem with it.
Range anxiety.
People crap themselves thinking they're going to run
out, yeah. Right, we're at the hill climb. We're going to go from just a little bit up the hill. Fucking hell. I think what I need to start doing is start timing people. Amble Parish Council would love me doing that as a hill climb.
They probably let you.
I don't think so. It's got a little engine in the back, so if you run out, so you don't get range anxiety. And what do I reckon? I would have one. It just reminds me of a go-kart sort of thing. You know those little kids ones you get at Toys R Us? Right, it's just like a fucking big technical version of one of those. That means I can carry on now and get. I was going to buy some leads for it, you know, and I'm not going to waste my money if it
runs like that.
That
it'll
runs
look new.
sweet as a nut, man.
If it ain't broke.
No, I'm going to put a set of black leads on. I always give them a set of leads, a new coil. I think I put a new coil on this one already. Yeah, I have. It's got a new coil, new leads. I might even put electronic ignition on there as well, just get rid of that points, because it's making reliability, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
The exhaust has passed the test. I like that. I'm going to swing that off somewhere up there. We're all good. We're all good in the hood, Mick.
Yeah.
Thanks for your help this morning, mate.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate it. But no, we're cooking on gas. Kiwi Pete is the number. Well, I'm going to go in and have some luncheon. I don't know, what sort of time of day is it?
I don't know, it's flown, isn't it?
I've got no clue ever what time of day it is. 3 o'clock.
Bloody hell.
Well, I'm going to go in and have a bit of lunch, which is afternoon lunch. Then I'm going to come out here, tidy up, and I'm going to start working on these sides, because at the moment they can be nicked. There's a nice bit of alley to be nicked here, but if I put them on, then it's just less likely to be nicked. And it'll look better with them on, won't it?
Yeah, it looked nice in the mock-up.
I think I need to order some new engine mounts now. Tappets need doing. Tuesday, lovely and sunny. Lynn's up on the roof. Morning, Lynn.
Morning, Brad.
How are you getting on?
Getting there.
Oh, you've only got one little bit to go. So that was pretty cool yesterday. Happy about that. Slept well on that last night. Today I'm going to get on with these dropsides. So what I'm going to do, take all these bits and pieces off, measure them up and cut them down. Looking at these hinges and they look to me as though they're forged. I don't think they've been cast, I think they've been stamped. So they're going to be pretty strong and you can weld to them. They can be useful for something else, I don't know what yet, but I'm sure I'll use them. Okay, I'm whipping off these catches because they look a bit new for this build, but my first cut's going to be that lines up well enough, doesn't it? Look. Also, after much thought regarding the colour I'm going to finish in, I'm doing everything underneath green in NATO green because it's easy to go on and it goes with most stuff. But the body I'm going to leave in red, but I'm going to re-primer it. I'm going to get some decent red oxide and darken it up with a bit of black to get that American looking brown oxide look. That's the colour he's going to be for the minute. You ready for the weekly fire alarm test? The way you're roped on up there, it's like you're up Mount Kilimanjaro doing a descent. Lads are up there, let's go and say hello to them. Right, lads? You having fun?
Yeah, always, mate, always.
Thinking about that. Waiting on these hinges now because I bought some strap hinges to go on the outside which will roll right down and then bolt on down here, and they should be here today. Alright, I've got a bit of this alley angle which I'm going to whip down between these holes. I'm trying to minimise the holage on them. I'm going to whip these down and they go on the ends. Okay, that's the idea. Just finishing like that. And I'll put a couple of rivets in it. So that's them two done. And the hinges have arrived, which is handy. These will go down along the bottom of the body. And I've got these long straps. So what I'm doing is I'm clamping the bottom part of the bracket on, equal distance from the ends. And then I'm going to bolt this up. You can see why I put that bit of box section in all that time ago now, can't you? Forward thinking, chaps. And I'm going to put some bolts in these and then I'm going to clamp this to it until I get it in exactly the right place and I'll drill holes in it. There you go. Also your face for the back so you can pull them off. Catches I'm going to do internally here. I'm going to put another plate on the back here, bolt it through. Cool. Fitted these in an anti-theft way for the minute. There you go, look at that. She's perfect, mate. I'm going to put another hinge in the middle as well. Thanks again to Chris Benton for giving me these. Boom, and there they are. Follow this line. It's not bad, is it? I've got to make a corner piece that comes round here. Comes up here, goes round and then goes across for a tailgate. Now I want this to be removable. I'm probably going to use this slot here as a slot in and then put another one there. Then I can put my backlights on this radius because that's where they're supposed to go, and anything lower they're going to get broken. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to work him through all the bits and pieces that I need to do to monitor and start this engine. So I'm going to connect the oil clock. The oil clock's there, but it's got one up here, and there's a hose in down there, so I need to connect those up somehow. I need to get the rad fitted back in here, see how that's going to go, because when I fitted it before, the engine was a lot further forward, and if you remember, I've cut all this back to make a bit more space in here, so I'm probably going to have to remount that, but that's fine. Checking on the wiring, and I'm going to connect up the temperature gauge as well, because it's not a capillary one, but I think that'd be alright. They're usually pretty good in these, as long as they've got the voltage regulator in, which this has. I've ordered a water pump, so that's going to be coming very shortly, and I've ordered some new leads. I always like to treat them to a new set of leads, because I don't know if it's an OCD thing or what, but I can't stand. Look, I've got blue, orange and yellow leads going on down there. These are screwing on these, which I kind of like, so I've kept them in the same but in black. I bought a new old stock alternator which has got to be fitted as well, but I've got to wait for the water pump before I can do that. In an effort to get the throttle pedal to work as a throttle, at the moment it starts off here, it pushes this backwards and forwards, so essentially as you push the throttle down it pulls back. Now if you look at this, I think it would have been rod operated from there, you see. So I've also, while I'm under here, I've got to think about start putting some brakes in. I was on Marketplace last night and I see a couple of nice aluminium master cylinders, and I figured use one for the front, one for the back, and then I can make a threaded bias adjustment from, because I want it controllable, because this is light on the back and now I don't want it upstanding. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this out like that sort of thing, and I can see what's going on under here, but then I can start thinking about where the master cylinders are going to go, how it's all going to happen. I can take that clutch out as well, because we're not going to be needing them. I'm looking forward to cutting this floor out. Okay, that's what's going to come out. So cut this the other side, really. There you go. I'm going to have to repair this chassis a bit down here anyway, because it is pretty stoved in. Pedals come down. They got that big curly bit on them. What they're doing is reversing the angle. It's kind of nice though. I'm going to keep it. Nice action, that. Wednesday, going to nip down and get some gas so I can continue welding. Here we are down at RJ Davies. I've known Andy some years and he's been giving me welding gas for free for some years now, which is really handy. They're having their roof put on, so they're not in their shop. They are online at the moment. What's your online address, mate?
rhdavyweldingSupplies.co.uk.
There you go. Give them a good look. Now we're in the shop, but it's all closed off at the moment. But they've got loads of stuff. Look at the size of them two fellas. Do you do repairs as well, Andy?
Yeah, we've got a full workshop at the back, so we service the kit, make sure it's calibrated, make sure that it's all electrically safety tested, hire as well. So if
you rent them as well?
Yeah, we rent gear out as well.
Ah, you're surprising.
Full of surprises.
Slit and disc, beautiful, lovely.
And a ceramic flap disc.
Oh,
as well.
they sound. Oh, they're a bit expensive, aren't they? How much do they go for?
Let's not talk about the price, sir. Let's talk about the quality. Yeah.
No, but I mean.
They are. They're going to be more expensive.
Can I tell you, I ordered some because I just needed some. My mate in France bought me some the other day.
Yeah.
And they lasted quite well, but reasonably well. I bought some on eBay the other day, and see the length of that?
The actual, yeah.
Yeah, it's about a third of that. They're about that thin. These are ceramic, are they?
So that's a ceramic, yeah. So instead of it being like
is that coarse grit, that one?
That'll be a 40.
40
grit, so it's very coarse, yeah.
Perfect.
But with a ceramic, it rips more like a 25 to 30 because of the actual sharpness of the grain.
Of it.
And also, it doesn't clog up because it's got much less heat input. It doesn't really sort of clog up on things.
What
like
would you pay for them? A couple of £3?
That's about £4.
£4. Now that's not out of the way though, because these ones, the normal blue ones used to be £4 at one point. They've only just started coming down as they.
So we'll do a blue one from about £1.40.
Is that what they are now?
Yeah, about that. But that's going to last 5 times longer.
Really, I might have to test some of these out. They come in all.
Yeah, 40 grit, 60 grit, 80 grit, 4.5 inch, 5 inch, 7 inch, whatever you want. Same on the discs as well. You know, they'll do a 1mm skinny slitter disc.
Yeah.
They'll do a 1.6, a 2.5.
And what we've got here?
So these are a new cutting disc that our main supplier is Tyrolit.
Yeah.
And these discs have got ceramic grain inside the cutting and grinding discs as well.
Gotcha.
So basically, you used to get like silicon carbides or
Right.
the oxides in them, but these ones will last longer as well, cut faster, and give you much more lifespan. Just try them out.
Right, this
See
is
what you
test
think.
time.
This is a test time.
This is
for
a
you.
test time.
I want you to put them to.
You all know how much I grind, so ceramic infused slit disc. We'll give him some of that. I can't wait to try that one out.
Give them some welly.
Feel the power.
Yeah, absolutely. Be careful though. You might need to back up a little bit.
Really? Also, while I'm down there, I've been persuading Andy to come round and play some music, because Andy's another Southampton musician.
Yeah.
And you haven't been doing enough lately, have you?
Not much, no. But I'm looking to get back into it. So
Come round at the weekend.
Come down the swamp and have a tickle, yeah.
Yeah, man. Thanks for the gear, mate.
Cheers, Brian.
I'll see you soon.
Pleasure as always.
Now this piece here, I've cut all that out, and you can see the outrigger is well shot. There's not a lot left of it, but fortunately I've got a bit of box section which I think is going to fit straight into that, so I'm going to cut this off here somewhere. Okay, so I've cut most of this out. What I plan to do, I think I'm going to use a bit of 2mm and then weld it right in there, so it's all a solid piece. Firstly, I'll put the bit of 4x2 in there. We have to cut these down, I think. So I'm going to rebuild it a bit, but I've got a lot to do, so it can only be so good. What I'm thinking, I've got some of this tube, and this tube fits lovely down the end of this. So if I put box down there and weld it straight down at that point there, just a slide, put alley or steel around the corner and do the same there. I'll need to make a top and a bottom just to make it tight, and that's the way. Look at that, sits straight in there. I think it's going to be a bit tighter when it gets down there, but let's see how far I can tap it. Okay, so this is the tube. What this means is just slide into there. That bit will be up like that somehow. There'll be a piece around the top and a piece around the front. Okay, so I've just tacked everything in, obviously. You see that these two do indeed slot into there. And I've just cut this basketball hoop down. It's solid. I thought that was going to be tube, but it's actually solid. I'll have a corner and then it'd be wrapped in alley. Friday morning, nice and sunny again. Okay, so that's where I got to yesterday. I welded right around this edge, dust that off with a soft pad, and that's made it nice and strong. I've welded into that 4x2 that went into there as well, and I've gone round these at the top. So I think that's pretty much there. I've got to do some here, but until I make the arches, I'm not going to worry about that. The jury's still out whether to do this in alley to match this, or to do it in steel, because I might end up painting it all. So this morning, this side, the cross member's a bit better, so you can see the water's collected here, rot through, same as that side. But I'm still going to cut this piece out, and I'm just going to come straight over the top again because it'll match in, and I know it's strong, and I can weld around the top of the holes, because I think I'm going to make a bit of a mess here getting the segs in, so I'll put the plate right over anyway. Once I've done that, I need to make a piece for the bottom, a piece for the top. caught up and I've got the second one done. Now I've been umming and ahhing about this, whether to do this in aluminium or steel. I've concluded it really needs to be in steel because these have got to be tough. Every time the shrew goes on there, these have got to come off, and they've got to be able to support the tailgate and these sideboards. What I'm going to do is cut a plate for the bottom. It's the sort of idea I was thinking. I'm going to do this in 2mm, so yeah, nice and easy to cut, but what I was going to do is allow for a bit of rubber to go down first. One bolt in the middle of a wing nut. So I've cut this bit out and I've sat it on that thickness rubber just to get it off the deck, because what I plan to do is put a bit of rubber in there about that thick, so as this comes down it'll just sit on it. So you can just whip them out now. What I'm going to be doing is running wood down here, all the way down like that, and then bring it round here as well. So quite cool with a bit of wood round there. But this has completed these two back corners, which is really good, which doesn't leave a great deal on this back to weld up now. The reason I carried on with this back today was making noise during the week's bad enough, but making it at the weekend isn't on, so I can play with this engine over the weekend. Once these backs are done, next job is it's going to be pulling the back axle back out again, because it's tacked in there. But I can whip that out, put a couple of shock mounts on the body, that'd be that sorted. I've ordered a pair of master cylinders, so then I can start working into here. To get this radiator in as well, I've got a bit of a weird hose thing going down here because I've got to get from there to there. There's not actually that much welding to do. I've got the floors to sort out in here, but that's no biggie. A little bit of bodywork down here, like that on the side, and then of course the roof. In a funny sort of way, I'm looking forward to the roof. How you doing, boys? 6 o'clock.
Here o'clock time.
I've been up there all week. The pub's open, you'll be down there no doubt in a minute.
We might risk a cheeky one or two, you never know.
Good lad. So next week I'm going to be attacking the shrew again. Now I want to get the welding finished on it so I can start reassembling it. I'm going to do a bit more investigation on the torque converter and see what I can do with that. I can't see any obvious reason at the moment why I would do that, but I'm going to look into it a bit more. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please leave me a like and a comment. If you're not subscribed at the moment, please hit the old subscribe button too. Now if you want to help me out and support the channel, get yourself over to my shop, get yourself a nice Oak Swamp t-shirt, and I will catch you dudes next time. Hang loose. A load of herberts over on the land today. Right, morning lads.
Morning. How's it going, mate?
Right boys. How you doing, miss?
I'm good, how are you?
Making another film then, lads?
Oh yeah.
So what's this one going to be about?
You want me?
How you doing, miss?
This one is called Going Dutch.
Going Dutch.
That's the
This is
title.
going to be a silent one, isn't
It
it?
is silent black and white thriller.
Cool.
Starring my good friend here agreed to be in it with me from our YouTube channel.
And what's your YouTube channel? You've been going for years, haven't you?
YouTube.com/@DWMC.
What they do is beat each other up a lot, and
Yeah.
they eat stuff.
Hello, how you doing?
You're looking
You
well cool, dude.
Yeah.
I told you his costume was good. I told you it was good, man.
I've even done the uneven buttons and
Yeah,
everything.
he looks
Oh,
smart.
look at that. Yeah, perfect.
look.
What a pair of dopey dossers.
Me and Sass are going out in the car, and
Oh, wicked.
yeah,
Have a
I'll
nice
leave
time,
you to
Oh,
it.
nice. I've got
We'll probably still be here when you get back.
Yeah, you'll
yeah.
probably still be on this shot.
Yeah.
won't you?
That's how it is.
Okay, so it's Saturday morning. Me and Sass are going to have a little cruise out in the countryside. Well, as much countryside as we can find round
We
here.
can find a bit. We'll be fine.
So we're going to have a little drive out and leave and enjoy the sunshine. So what we're doing is we're just smoking around really. We're just having a little drive around. So we haven't come very far and we found a Cadillac. And it's right by a lovely quaint little restaurant bar over there. So we're gonna slip over there and have a coffee, eh? Look at the size of him. Eldorado, 8.2 litre. So we've just slipped down this little road. I think it's a road.
Are we ready for a take? Are we good? We're good for a take?
The beauty of this production, it is silent, so I can make as much noise as I want. So I'm going to take the piss out of Lewis as he walks.
And action.